I know that I have too much on my plate, but I'm not willing to take anything off right now. Hello. So I just finished recording a podcast / YouTube video on Navigation brand shorts for the gym. So if you guys are interested in listening to that podcast episode or watching that podcast episode, I'll link that down below and you can go watch that or listen to that after this episode. So today I just want to do a catch up with you guys and talk about how life's going, what's new, some fun stuff, but also how I'm currently balancing life with working out and being well. So first things first, we're just going to start off. So I have these nails on right now. So they have lemons on them, and they're also yellow. So we like that for summer. And they're from the Press On Lab LLC. I can't remember. They're on Etsy now. So these ones are the ones that I bought, and the Etsy shop owner sent me a bonus, free gift of these yellow, they're kind of like a mustardy pea yellow color, and the color is all the way through, top and bottom, but these are clear on the bottom. I don't know if you can see, they're clear on the bottom. So being clear on the bottom means that they're just printed on top. So what happened the first day, so I put them on a Saturday night. Sunday was fine. Monday morning I was putting my jacket on to go to work, and sometimes you gotta shove your hand in to get around the bend of your jacket, and it cracked the half top part of my thumb before hitting the nail. And I'm like, well, that's a bummer. And then I brought the extras with me to work. I popped off the old nail, and I glued on a new nail. Good to go. And then I got home and I unlocked my door and I pushed it open, and I pushed it open with my thumb into the door, and it cracked that nail. Same thumb, second nail. And I'm like, ah. So what I did for the night, at least, is I got my nail clippers and I trimmed it so it was like my natural nail shape, but shorter. And then that night, the next day, I was taking the dog out, and something, I don't know if her leash, it hit my nail. Something hit my nail and it chipped off a piece, and then the next day it chipped off another piece, and thankfully today there was no chipping. Nothing has happened today. But I was like, these just don't seem that durable. And because they're clear on the bottom, printed on top, I don't know if we can see, they chip. It'll chip the print, the paint on top, whatever it is. And so I'm like, well, don't love that. But with the bonus gift, it's the plastic nail is the solid color all the way through. So I'm like, for some reason, my brain thinks that those are sturdier and more durable, and they won't chip because the plastic is all the same color. There's no clear underneath. So we'll see how that goes. Yes, so I was feeling very summery, very into yellow at the moment. And what else is new? I was doing a lot of audiobooks. If you guys follow me on Instagram, first of all, if you don't follow me on Instagram, please do. I'm bringing, but drop the NG, not the NG. Drop the G at the end. I'm bringing healthy back. I'll link it down below. On my stories, I'll be like, oh, this is my new listen, and then I'll rate it. And I got off of the audiobook bandwagon for a little bit. I think it was time for a break. And so I got back into it, and I picked The Silent Patient, which I feel like people have been talking about it. And I passively DNF'd it. because I started reading it and I listen at 1.2 times speed, and I got 3/5 the way done with it, and I just like, there are parts of it that are super intriguing, and it's like I want to find out what happens because I feel like there's going to be a real shocker, and like, but it feels like just so slow, and it's like just not that interesting in between, and so I just didn't care enough to finish it. I do listen to audiobooks on Hoopla or Libby, so I use my library card for that. So that's free to me. So maybe I'll try, I don't know. If you guys say it's worth the ending, I'll listen again. Like, I listen on my way to work or I listen at work. It's not really like taking up my time. It's not like I'm sitting down and physically reading the book. Like, I'm accomplishing other things while I'm listening. But I just didn't want to keep going. What else? That's the only audiobook I've been listening to in a while. I am trying to finish a book that I started back in October, but then I moved and I have a bunch of house stuff. So physical reading hasn't been the biggest priority, but I've been tapping back into my book called Ordinary Monsters. It's very much a Halloween time book. It's like cozy, creepy, cozy, dark atmosphere, if that can be a thing. And so that has been off and on reading. But right now, like, I just have been feeling so much chaos between, like, by the time I get up, I do what I have to do, I rush to get off to work, I'm at work, and then I like drive home, and then I have to take care of me, take care of the dog, clean, try to do content because I have this podcast YouTube channel and I have another podcast and another YouTube channel called Recipes with Ray, where I have YouTube videos, and then I have a podcast, whereas this YouTube channel / podcast is just one has video and audio and one just has audio. So 2 birds with 1 stone. Whereas Recipes with Ray, I post recipes, but I also post like kitchen conversation podcasts. Like today I just recorded 1 episode on chia seeds. So that plus, I mean, there's only so many hours in the day, and then you clean the house and you take care of the dog and you try to do all these things. And I'm like, I know that I have too much on my plate, but I'm not willing to take anything off right now. I think because I also know I procrastinate so much. I spend so much time on my phone. I was getting too much back into like having the TV on. Like, I like having something on in the background when I'm just doing things around the house. But I can't pick a show. Like I picked a show where I just like, it draws me in and I just want to watch it. I need something that like I've seen before or like I can just listen to. I don't always need to see it. That's why I got into audiobooks, is like, I don't have to see anything. Like my attention I'm not too distracted. Like I can listen and do everything else, and I'm not tempted to go watch anything because there's nothing to see. And so I'm not willing to take anything off my plate yet because I want to be more disciplined in how I'm using my time. So the past, I don't know, it's been a long time. It feels like I get up and then I don't get up early enough, and then I'm rushing to spend time in my Bible, drink coffee, shower, get dressed, pack my lunch, walk the dog, rush off to work. And then I get home from work and it's like, okay, take care of the dog, put your stuff away, try to clean up, make food. If you can't, just heat something up, eat food, try to do something with content, try to go to bed early, but you can't go to bed early because you need to clean the house because you don't have time to clean the house in the morning. And then it's just been like, I posted on my Instagram story yesterday. It's been like, I'm in this hamster wheel and I can't quite catch up. And it just feels like chaos. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I cannot keep doing this. So yesterday at work, I'm like, okay, I think I've time blocked 1 day in my life outside of like school where your time is blocked for you. I needed a realistic like plan of what to do. like tell myself what to do, like put it on paper. Because if I tell myself in my brain, it's not going to come to fruition. I need to write it down. Another thing is like in my day, like I said, the get up, get ready thing, then I'm at work, then I come home, and then there's like clean up, take care of things, go to bed. Where am I working out? Like I take the dog for a walk, but because I'm not getting up on time, I'm rushing to do everything else. I take the dog for a real short walk, and it's good. It's better than nothing. 10 minutes is absolutely better than nothing. But I'm like, it benefits her and it benefits me. Like she needs the exercise, she needs the fresh air, she needs the sniffs to stimulate her brain. And it relaxes me while keeping me active. So great, but 10 minutes, great. I want more. And so the last 2 weeks, what I've resolved to, especially like yesterday when I decided to time block, I'm like, you know what? Weekends, I'm going to work out. I'm going to go to the gym 2 times a week. We're going to have a Saturday morning and a Sunday morning lift. Okay. And I love that. I like going to the gym. It makes me happy. I feel fulfilled and confident, and it just makes me happy to go to the gym. So I'm like, okay, we're going to the gym. But for me right now, especially because it's summer, if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I'm not going to go the rest of the day because I'm going to want to spend time outside, or if it's icky and rainy, I'm going to want to be inside and be cozy and hanging out. So it has to be in the morning. But in order for me to go in the morning, I have to go early enough, because if it hits 8:30, 9 o'clock, I'm not going because I know it's going to be busy. So it has to be early in the morning. So that means I have to go to bed early. And to go to bed early, I have to be able to do all the things I need to do. So you see how this is, there's a snowball effect. Everything runs into each other. So what my time block is this is just me. Now, today was the first day. Last night was my first evening time block. This morning was my first morning time block. It wasn't perfect, but it was progress. So I have the first 20 minutes is wake up, make coffee. Because how I make coffee, I use an AeroPress. I have to boil my water. It's a process. So 20 minutes from the time my alarm goes off to getting out of bed, setting the water to boil, making coffee. I can definitely start making my lunch in between, but 20 minutes to get up and make coffee. Then the next 20 minutes, sit, drink coffee, eat my Bible. You will never be hungry or thirsty. He is the living water. He is the bread of life. Praise Jesus. 20 minutes to drink my coffee and read my Bible. And that's good. I can actually, 10 minutes in your Bible, 10 minutes with God, beautiful. 5 minutes, beautiful. 20 minutes to be able to kind of settle in just a little bit. Plus, that 20 minutes gives me a little padding at the beginning and the end for if coffee goes over or whatever. And then the third 20 minutes is packing lunch and eating breakfast, making and eating breakfast. So, like I said, in the getting up and making coffee time, while I'm waiting for my water to boil to make my coffee, I can put clean dishes away, or I can start packing my lunch, or I can go to the bathroom, wash my face, whatever. Then in the next half hour, shower, get dressed. 30 minutes for me works. So then, again, there's always going to be some overlap between my segments, and I know it's not going to be perfect, but I need a starting point. I need a guide. So I am being my guide. Time blocking seems kind of silly because it's well, why do you need to write it down? Trust me. I'm pokey, okay? I think the things I need to do will go faster than they actually do. They don't. Spoiler alert. And then the last half hour, time to walk the dog. So that 30 minutes, it's not like I'm out walking for 30 minutes. I have to get her up, put her collar on, everything else, get out the door, and then get back and then take her stuff off and then say goodbye to her and everything. And then I can hit the road and go to work. It felt really good this morning having that structure. And I didn't get out of bed right away. Like a goal of mine is to just get out of bed when my alarm goes off. But I don't do that right now. We're working on it. We will get there. It is possible to be that disciplined. It's like I'm rebelling against myself, but I'm the only one it harms. Very frustrating. So that is, I want to continue practicing that even on the weekends. Like I had a friend visiting me last weekend and she's like, you aren't sleeping in tomorrow morning? And I'm like, no, like I rambled on a whole bunch, but it's basically like if I don't go to the gym in the morning, I'm not going to go. And I need to get up and go because we have church. So if I don't go before church, I'm not going at all. And it's just like keeping up that routine. And so that means if I'm going to get up early, I have to go to bed early. So my time block in the evening is when I get home, the first hour and a half, I gave myself a lot of time. Get home, take the dog out, put my stuff away, feed the dog, feed myself, make food if I need to. Hour and a half. That's decent time, and I understand it's not going to be perfect every time. That's what it is. Also, there's cleaning. So not just like putting my stuff away from the day, but like if I can put a load of laundry in, empty the dishwasher, just a little bit of cleaning, fold some laundry. Then I have 45 minutes is content or administrative work, whatever that may be, miscellaneous. If I need to pay bills, if I need to package something up to send out, if I want to record a podcast. And then 15 minutes is another tidy, like wrap up what I was doing, put my pajamas on, wash my face, tidy up little odds and ends where I can. And then I have a half hour is wind down time. Now falling asleep has been so hard for me because I get home and I'm just trying to do every single thing that I want to do. And then I'm like, okay, now I have to go to bed. So the getting ready for bed, so like washing my face, brushing my teeth, putting my pajamas on, isn't enough of a wind down for me to calm my brain down. Because I'll go to bed and be like, okay, I still need to do this and this and this. And then it's like my brain is just like, woo, it's just whirling. And it's not working for me. And so that like half hour of just like sit, like last night in that half hour, made some tea and just kind of sat. I put on a YouTube video. Yes, I was probably simultaneously scrolling on Instagram. I didn't get my full 30 minutes, but I probably got a good 20 minutes. And then after that, there's like 15 minutes of, okay, brush your teeth, take the dog out, like final things, go to bed. And so I don't expect my time blocking to be to the minute, but I want them to be close to the minute. And so that keeps me from being too distracted by my phone. And it gives me some structure. And I understand like I'm not going to get every single thing done, like every single thing done that I want to do. I still have the weekends, but again, it's summer and I want to be able to spend as much time outside when the weather is nice as possible. So I want to like break my chores up throughout the week so that I'm not like doing them all on Saturday or all on Sunday, and I can actually enjoy the weekend or be productive or rest or whatever it may be. And so I'm trying to put some order to the chaos and be more disciplined. And I have made peace with right now at this point in my life. I am just going to have 2 gym days a week. I have this idea that like I wake up at 4:30 and between like 4:30 and 5, I'll like wake up, get dressed, make coffee, sit and have like 10 minutes in my Bible, and then I'll go to the gym. That's the dog squeaking her toy. Bless her. Are you done? And then go to the gym. Be a morning gym girly. And then, but here's the thing. Like, there's not enough time. I'd have to get up at 4. And 4 o'clock is achievable if I'm going to bed. But by the time I get home and do the evening things that I need to do, the amount of sleep that my body operates on, I'm already not getting enough sleep. And so getting up at 4 a.m. right now at this point in my life is not realistic. I'm not saying never, I'm just saying not right now. Small changes, making peace with where I'm at this point in my life, and just having some order, having some balance, getting done what I want to get done while also getting done what needs to get done. So if you're trying to find balance between your life now, the lifestyle now, and the lifestyle you want to have, or where you want to be, give yourself some grace, but also know maybe you really do need to take something off your plate. Right now, what I want to take off the plate is my mindless, fruitless, valueless scrolling through social media. That consumes probably more time than I think. And also being realistic about how long it takes you to do things, because I'm a pokey person. It takes me a long time to do things. And so it's not like every morning I'm like, I can shower in 5 minutes. No, I cannot. Okay, it just does not happen. So being realistic about how much you can accomplish, being realistic about how long it takes you to actually do things, and putting some systems in place to help you achieve what you want to achieve. Because if you just leave it up to yourself, your brain, without putting something down on paper, I can get done a lot of stuff and accomplish a lot of stuff without having to write it down. But I'm a to-do list person, and I might be a time block person when I have so much that I want to get done in a limited amount of time. So for me, we're going to practice the time blocking. And like I said, I'm at peace with only getting to the gym twice a week, especially because I'm taking the dog for a walk every day. And one of my goals with the time blocking is to actually dedicate more than 10 minutes for a walk with the dog. And so that benefits both her and me. And I think putting some order into my own life the structure will be nice. And I noticed it last night, like I had a full hour and a half between getting home and going on to my next task of doing content or administrative work, where I actually had some quiet time, I actually sat and ate dinner. And then after I ate, I still had several minutes. So I just kind of sat. I did scroll through my phone, but I wasn't rushing on to the next thing. And the same thing happened. I don't know. Maybe it was just that one time yesterday. And again, I just started this. So we're going to see how it goes. But it was nice not having to just get home, rush, and then try to wind down before going to bed. Like I had small moments of rest in between. So that's what's happening. That's where life is at. If you're new here, I'm Rachel. This is I'm Bringing Healthy Back. I have a history with disordered eating, and now I have this platform where I want to encourage people and walk alongside people who are struggling with their relationship with food and body image, and share things that are going on and exciting to me. And life happens. So if you're healing your relationship with food and your body image, systems can be helpful, and life affects our abilities to exercise and eat well, but eating well and exercising also affects our abilities to do life well, with energy, with gusto. If that's your cup of tea, be sure to follow or subscribe if you're listening on podcast or if you're watching on YouTube. If you want more day-to-day life stuff with me, be sure to follow me on Instagram. I post on my stories regularly. I also post reels, shorts, TikToks, same thing across all the platforms. So whichever one is your go-to, I'm on there. But for the day-to-day stuff, Instagram stories. I'll leave my socials linked down below. If you got some value or encouragement or inspiration from this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up if you're watching on YouTube. And if you missed the episode on the Navigation athletic gym shorts review I just did before recording this episode, go ahead, click here on screen, or I'll link it down below, and I will see you guys there.